love of the Holy Blessed One can feel like the sun shining on my face. The warmth filling me and offering me a nice exhale. Reminding me that the bird song and the sunlight and the blossoming of spring is right here, available, and I can be in contact with it. This, my beloveds, is a form of prayer. And it's available every breath, every moment. And it is the practice I want to focus on this month. Our series this month is Blooming into Oneness. Right? You know I love a garden metaphor. So we're out in my garden, and I wanted to take this metaphor and make it real, right? It's an actual practice in my life, this metaphor of oneness with all of life, with nature, with creation. And just like things are coming into bloom right now, so can you and I. And prayer is one of the ways that you and I can do that. And maybe prayer isn't something that you include in your practice or think is something you want to do. Maybe it's a word you don't even love. But when I say prayer, I'm talking about conversation, intimate relationship, coming into contact and communion, and having a felt experience of your connection with the divine. So prayer can look a lot of ways. It can look like getting your hands in the dirt. It can look like hanging out in nature and listening for the bird song, even when you're heartbroken by the latest mass shooting, as I am right now. Even when life is doing all that life is doing, there's still, with intention, with presence, with surrender and allowing, with slowing and making time for practicing the presence, through getting into conversation. One of the ways that I do that is, right, I get to talk to plants. This is being in conversation with the divine. I get to take time to listen and feel. Mary Magdalene was known to refer to God as the good, with a capital G, the good. And Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind, wrote in his 1926 declaration of what we believe in Science of Mind, that there is an infinite givingness, and that this is the nature of God. And that this infinite givingness is always giving itself to you and to me as life itself, as you, as me. And prayer is one of the ways that you and I can come into contact with that good, with that infinite givingness of the good. And this givingness is an opportunity to receive, in a felt way, your belonging, your holy nature, the blooming into oneness that I want for you and I during this series. So that because we're in conscious contact, because we know ourselves as holy and good and can receive the grace of this givingness by opening ourselves and allowing it, we become the change we want to see in the world. We become resourced, right, to meet what needs to be met. You know, this garden space for me is literally soul food, right? It lets me grow food and beauty and flowers and be in relationship with the pollinators and the soil and and the sun and the rain and all the things, right? It helps me understand my oneness in a very visceral way, right? But it is also the way that I mend my broken heart. It is also the place when I am just weighted down by the grief and the heartbreak and the insanity and the tyranny. When all of that feels like it's too much, this is a place I can come and allow myself to be held and loved on and feel the sun on my face and let the colors fill my eyes and let myself be fed by the greater reality so that I can come home to that truth, even when it seems like the truth is so far away. This is prayer. It's not just talking to God and asking for things. It's receiving the loving gaze of the Holy Blessed One. It is being held by the divine. Prayer can be no words at all. It can be a felt experience of your oneness. And it takes practice and commitment. So that is my dream for all of us. It is the thing that I know for sure will shore you up, will fill you up, will give you a solid backbone and a soft belly to meet what needs to be met. This is the thing I want most for all of us, is to understand that it is in our relationship with the divine and the intimate communion with the one that we begin to know ourselves as truly good. And then we become the frequency, the vibration, the radio signal going out into life, reminding all of life, everyone we come into contact with, like, oh my gosh, y'all, we're good. Our nature is goodness. Our nature is connection and relationship. Our nature is love. Our nature is to consciously bring ourselves into contact with this web of life that we belong to and contribute what is ours to contribute. This is how the repair begins. This is how the strength rises in you and I to be a stand for the good and the love in the face of what looks like something else, right? In the face of what looks like violence and horror and poverty. This is how we do it. So I invite you to get into a practice of prayer and discover what that might be for you. Maybe it needs to be something different than it's been. Maybe it needs to be brand new. And one of the ways you might do that is subscribe to our new app. We have a new app. You can learn all about it on our newsletter. So if you don't get our newsletter, go sign up for that, abqcsl.org. But we have a new app, and every month, our beloved Clarissa and myself, we put together a guide that includes some practice opportunities, includes some journal prompts and some discussion questions that we get into on the 4 Sundays in person. But it's a way for you to be supported in your practice so that you too can be the place that love shows up, so that you too can be part of the solution and the repair and the greater good that is always looking for a way to express itself through you, through me on this planet. ABQCSL.org to learn more. I love you so much. Hold this gaze of love in your heart. Let the sun shine on your face. Let the blossoming of spring remind you of your own blooming into oneness. So it is.